G'day, welcome to my channel, Ascension Through Spiritual Warfare. My name's Lethal Hope and I'm living in love and not in fear. This is my schmoodle tully and I've made this channel not to give direction but to just show you that perhaps you're not alone. So, I've made an introduction video, and this video is going to continue from the introduction. And I lost, it's alright Bubby, I lost my good phone. So, I decided just to abandon my other channel and start a new channel that is more appropriate for me now anyway. So I want to go back on the stories that I had on my other phone. So the first story was I'd been meeting witches and warlocks and high priestesses of the dark, and they know who I am and I don't know who they are. So it feels like the dark forces that be, or that were, have hijacked my Akashic records, and they know what I'm going to do before I'm going to do it, where I'm going to be. And and I just find myself surrounded by witchcraft and black magic. Not black magic, but evil magic, because magic is magic, and I don't do magic, and I don't believe in it. I believe in the Most High Mother and Father. And but magic can be, it's the intent behind it. So you can do good magic or you can do evil magic. And I feel blasted at the moment. And I have for a long while, but it's just getting too heavy. So I've been meeting these witches and warlocks, and I can tell who they are by what they say. And so they'll say stuff that I've already experienced, that things that I've said that's already come out of my mouth. They'll repeat it to me, and so I know who they are, but they smile in your face and behind your back hate me. They hate me. And so I met this, no baby, leave him. I met this witch and warlock, and I spoke with them, and they were all friendly with me and wanted to befriend me. And it was all fake. And then in walked a high priestess, and he was a voodoo high priestess. And I started talking about my travels, and that's what my other YouTube channel is about my homelessness journey and how I travel and so on. So I told him that I had gone up to Cooktown. Stop, Bubby, please stop. And that I stopped at Black Mountain, and he said that was his country, and that his people are the Black Cockatoo people. And I really think that the Black Cockatoo people are of an ancient descent. They're not of our human race, of little people, little dumbed out. people, humans. And I went to tell him how I wrote on the rock. But I'd already had somebody, a voodoo god, come to me, Papa Le Pepper, and he said that I was going to be meeting with this voodoo priest, and that my dog Tully is reincarnated from him. I know. And so, and I didn't know this voodoo god, Papa Le Pepper, and I became aware of him through him coming to me through Tully, and we had spiritual contact and conversations, and they went in depth. Anyway, I finally met the voodoo high priestess, and he said he was from the Black Cockatoo mob, and that by me writing on my name on the rock at Black Mountain, that I defaced the rock, and that I didn't have permission from the elders, and that I didn't have permission to write on the rock, and that I've defaced it, and I was no good. I'm a terrible person. And so I told him that I got to Black Mountain. I didn't know it was there. I could see it as I was coming, along the highway, and I kept getting the drive there was, everything's a spiritual message, and, I kept getting warfare on the drive to Cooktown. So, things were hitting my van, but then other beautiful things would happen to make me keep going. So I was seeing butterflies, bees, and yellow flowers, and a horse and a cow, and that kept me going and feeling safe, that I knew that my spiritual team was around me. And I was telling him this, that I could see in the distance the Black Mountain, and I knew nothing about Black Mountain except when I got there, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I connected with the spirits of that land myself, which were ancient spirits, and of different beings to us mere humans here now. And he just kept saying that I defaced the rock, and I didn't have permission from the elders, that I'm supposed to get permission from the elders of that land to go there and to write on the rock. And I said, yeah, well, other people had written on the rocks, but that isn't why I did it. I did it because I prayed and prayed there, put crystals, gave crystals to the land, and I had conversations with spirit, that the spirit, the God spirits of that land gave me permission to write on the rock. And their permission was granted because I had come this far, and it wasn't just this road that I was travelling on that I'd come so far. It was my whole life journey, and especially since my awakening in 2018, but mostly 2020. I really started waking up in 2020, and I've just grown from there. So, and I told him that I knew you know, after that, even after Black Mountain, that I was meant to be there to give my codes and to receive the codes, the activation codes of the land up there. And that's, I truly believe in that. Bubby, Tully, here. Good boy. No, here. Come here. Good boy. Now sit. Sit. Tully, sit. Good boy. Come up here. And I believe that's what we all should do, is be connecting with country and giving our high vibration and receiving the high vibration of country to activate us, to change our DNA, and it helps with ascension, and it's all about our ascension. This life is all about our ascension. Behave now. And I told him, you know, I went on further and I went to Allen Beach, and the night before I went to the coloured sands at Allen Beach, I wrote this Dreamtime story, and I'd never been there before. And when I got to the coloured sands, everything I wrote was right before me. And I'd never been there before. So really, when I wrote that the night before, the Dreamtime story, I called it. And I know white people aren't supposed to call them Dreamtime stories, but that's what the ancestors told me to call it. They told me to call it a Dreamtime story. So I told him that that wasn't my story. That was the ancestors' story. They gave me that vision, that writing, that story to write down. And then when I got to the coloured sands, it was all before me. And I had so much fun that day. So I was really there to heal the land, to heal myself, and to heal the ancestors of that land. And I can't help it if the ancestors, your ancestors you say they are, gave me your Dreamtime story. You know, I'm just obedient. I'm just obedient to spirit. And I'm spirit-led. And, you know, I just float about. I really haven't got much to do at all. But I'm spirit-led. Spirit tells me where to go. And I believe that this life is to ascend, especially now. And I'm here in this world at this time for ascension. And that country is a big part of that. So there's been a lot of discoveries about the Pyramid of Giza. And I believe that the pyramids are portals. I believe there's portals all over the world. And at that right time, because we're going through a shift right now. This year is all about the shift. And I'm feeling it hard. I'm feeling the warfare really hard. And I'm feeling the shift also hard. And I'm also feeling the devil's attacks and his voice, you know, wanting me to give up and you know, not worry about ascending and go back to whom I was. And I refuse to, because I have such a powerful spiritual team. and it just keeps growing and growing. And they're all on my side, and lately I've been feeling really alone. But we are never alone, and that's just my journey at the moment, is to just be with the spiritual team, and I'll see you all in the 5D. But as far as the pyramids go, I believe, Bubby, come here, Tully, good boy, come here, now sit, and it's just like, this is what's happening now. You know, it was no coincidence that my phone flew into the ocean, or before that was water damaged by floodwaters. This is not all coincidence. This is spiritual warfare at its hardest. And they were great videos, if I may say so myself. So I'm just going to recall them all and, you know, try to get the message out. And so I believe the pyramids are portals to inner earth, and that there is going to be a time when they activate. And when they activate, we had better be ready. We had better be doing the footwork in our own lives to ascend, because you know, when they activate, I believe that our bodies, we will receive our Merkaba bodies, which is our aura will crystallize, and we will be led to a portal, and we will be led to glory, to a better world. And I believe it's in inner earth, and that's my beliefs. So I'm just going to, so that was the next video that I had to go out. And so every day I'll just recall the videos that I lost on my other phone. And I want to thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my channel, and for liking the video and for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may God bless you all, and let's ascend together. Amen. Have a blessed and wonderful day.